push maneuver as a game following with your partner. Okay? In other exercises or other applications of the movement push, I might have punch, block, turn, and push using the push action. So you can see that this also can be many other different techniques depending on how you want to use it. Okay, this is the end of segment number 2. Okay, this is the next segments of the applications series. This is Charles Watson that's helping me with this one. These techniques are in the series of single whip, wave the hands like clouds, and stand high and pat the horse. From here, Charles will step forward and we'll look at the movements of single whip first. He goes to grab towards my chest. I fade back, grab a hold of the top of his fingers and hands. I raise up and trap his elbow with my forearm. I advance forward and strike towards the face, bending the fingers back to the wrist. This is my single whip. From here again, he punches 1, punches 2, I hook, and again single whip. Same thing again, do that same thing again. Punches again. This time I go up, strike underneath, step behind, and use my elbow to strike with, pulling and barring his arm over my shoulder. Single whip. And punch, hook, single whip over the top. And just as an application of the single whip hand, just the whip hand movement itself, Charles goes to punch towards me. I block, redirect his hand, and strike with my wrist. Single whip. From here, wave hands like clouds. Basically, looking at fending off multiple punches. Okay. As these, I might also take fending off these multiple punches by redirecting his arms, each and every one of each of the circles. So I might continue to fend off outward, but also closing and opening my opponent with each movement. Okay? Just as an exercise, I'll stand and block multiple punches being thrown towards me. As an applicational movement for this, Charles goes to punch me. I block up, circle, and trap the arm, and slap across the face or to the groin. On the other side. Punch again. Okay. As again, punch 1. I fend off one side and latch onto it. As he punches a second time, I step back and trap his arms for a breaking maneuver using China technique. Okay. And keep in mind that in any of the movements, I can block high, strike low, or if the attack is low, I might block low and strike high in each of the techniques. So as the hand movements go from one side to the other, this might be high block, low strike, low block, and high strike coming over the top. It's the idea of the hands being interchangeable. Also flowing, that they usually also commit wrapping maneuvers, closing and opening the opponent's center line. These are the ideas of wave hands like clouds. The last one that we'll look at in this series, it'll repeat again with single whip. We've already kind of covered that. From here, we'll look at stand high and pat the horse. My opponent does a wrist grab on me. I turn my hand up. I might apply a kick with my light toe. And I slap to high pat the horse. Again, a wrist grab. And one more time. Okay? It's the idea of stand high and pat the horse. Again, following this, because of the light front toe, there might be also a kicking action that's going on here as well. Okay, this is the next end of the next section.